Welcome to War Bios, the podcast that delves into the intricacies of history's most pivotal conflicts. I'm your host, General Biography, and today we're going to explore one of the most significant battles of the Hundred Years' War, the Battle of Poitiers, fought on September 19, 1356. This clash of arms would prove to be a decisive turning point in the war, showcasing the tactical genius of the English army and the bravery of its soldiers. As we set the stage for this epic battle, let's journey back to the tumultuous landscape of 14th century Europe. The Hundred Years' War, a dynastic struggle between England and France, had been raging since 1337, when Edward III of England claimed the French throne, which had been denied to him by the French nobility due to his mother's descent from Philip IV of France. This led to a series of conflicts that would last for over a century, with various periods of relative peace punctuated by outbreaks of violence. The war began in earnest on May 24, 1337, when Philip VI of France confiscated the English-held Duchy of Aquitaine, leading Edward III to declare himself the rightful King of France. Over the next several decades, the conflict ebbed and flowed, with both sides experiencing victories and defeats. The English enjoyed a significant advantage in terms of their military organization and tactics, which emphasized the use of longbowmen and men-at-arms. In 1355, the English launched a series of raids into French territory, led by the Black Prince, Edward III's eldest son. These campaigns were designed to weaken the French economy and disrupt their supply lines, paving the way for a larger invasion. The French, under the leadership of King John II, responded with a series of counterattacks, but they were ultimately unable to stem the English tide. As the English army approached Poitiers in 1356, they were met with a large French force led by King John II himself. The French army was composed of heavily armored knights, men-at-arms, and crossbowmen who were determined to stop the English advance and protect their king. The English army, on the other hand, was made up of longbowmen, men-at-arms, and a small contingent of cavalry. The city of Poitiers, located in the west-central part of France, was an important cultural and economic center, known for its beautiful architecture, vibrant markets, and prestigious university. The city's strategic location made it a crucial prize for both sides, as it controlled access to the Loire Valley and the French heartland. The stage was set for a clash of arms that would decide the fate of the Hundred Years' War. The Battle of Poitiers would be a test of strength, strategy, and courage, as two of the greatest armies of medieval Europe faced off in a battle that would go down in history as one of the most significant conflicts of the Middle Ages. The English army, led by the Black Prince, was a well-oiled machine, with its longbowmen and men-at-arms working in perfect harmony. The longbowmen, with their powerful bows and arrows, were capable of unleashing a hail of projectiles that could shatter the French lines. Meanwhile, the men-at-arms, with their heavy armor and swords, provided a formidable defensive presence, able to withstand even the most ferocious of French attacks. As the two armies clashed on the outskirts of Poitiers, the English employed a clever tactic, using a nearby forest to shield their flanks and funneled the French into a killing zone. The French, led by King John II, charged forward with reckless abandon, only to be cut down by the withering fire of the English longbowmen. The French knights, weighed down by their heavy armor, were unable to maneuver effectively in the muddy terrain, making them easy prey for the agile English men-at-arms. One of the most notable heroes of the battle was John Chandos, an English knight who played a crucial role in the English victory. Chandos, with his bravery and tactical acumen, helped to rally the English troops and coordinate their attacks, ensuring that the French were unable to gain a foothold on the battlefield. His exploits would become legendary, earning him a place in the annals of military history as one of the greatest knights of the Hundred Years' War. As the battle raged on, the English continued to press their advantage, pushing the French back and capturing key positions on the battlefield. The French, despite their valiant efforts, were ultimately unable to stem the English tide, and by the end of the day, they had suffered a crushing defeat. King John II himself was taken prisoner, marking a significant turning point in the war. The Battle of Poitiers was a watershed moment in the Hundred Years' War, as it marked a decisive shift in the balance of power between England and France. The English victory would pave the way for further conquests, including the capture of key cities such as Bordeaux and Bayonne. Meanwhile, the French would be forced to regroup and reassess their strategy, ultimately leading to a period of significant reform and modernization. As we reflect on the Battle of Poitiers, we're reminded of the words of the great medieval historian Froissart, who wrote, "The English were so well ordered and disciplined that they seemed like a single body, moving in perfect harmony." This testament to the English army's cohesion and tactical prowess serves as a lasting tribute to the bravery and sacrifice of the soldiers who fought on that fateful day. The capture of King John II was a devastating blow to the French monarchy, leading to a period of instability and power struggles. The king's son, Dauphin Charles, would eventually take the throne, but not before navigating a complex web of alliances and rivalries. The French nobility, meanwhile, was forced to confront its own weaknesses and shortcomings, leading to a period of reform and modernization. One of the most significant consequences of the Battle of Poitiers was the rise of the Estates General, a representative assembly that would play a crucial role in shaping French politics. The Estates General, composed of representatives from the nobility, clergy, and commoners, would provide a platform for the French people to voice their concerns and demands, ultimately contributing to the development of a more robust and accountable system of government. The English, meanwhile, would continue to press their advantage, launching a series of successful campaigns that would culminate in the Treaty of Brittany. Signed in 1360, the treaty marked a significant milestone in the war, as it established a lasting peace between England and France. The treaty also recognized English control over key territories, including Aquitaine and Calais, which would remain under English rule for centuries to come. As the 100 Years' War drew to a close, new leaders would emerge to shape the course of European history. One such leader was Bertrand du Guesclin, a brilliant French commander who would play a crucial role in driving the English out of France. Du Guesclin's military campaigns, characterized by their cunning and adaptability, would ultimately lead to the recapture of key territories, including Poitiers itself. The legacy of the Battle of Poitiers can still be seen today, with its impact evident in the modern-day borders and politics of Europe. The battle marked a significant shift in the balance of power between England and France, paving the way for the rise of new nations and empires. As we reflect on the bravery and sacrifice of the soldiers who fought on that fateful day, we're reminded of the enduring influence of the Battle of Poitiers on the course of European history. In conclusion, the aftermath of the Battle of Poitiers was marked by significant consequences for both England and France, including the rise of new leaders, the development of more robust systems of government, and the eventual decline of the 100 Years' War. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.